Just want to point out not surprisingly, we're 15 minutes past 7. The Associated Press has called Phil Bredesen as the Democratic nominee for the Senate, and also has called Marsha Blackburn. So,
wonder what took so long.
And we have a live stream right now. I believe that Phil Bredesen doing things a little bit different. He's streaming this live on Facebook tonight.
Facebook Live,
I believe we can take a shot of that and talk over this. There you go. His supporters talking, getting ready. When you look at this race with Marsha Blackburn up against Phil Bredesen, popular two-term mayor of Nashville, two-term moderate governor of Tennessee, how is she going to distinguish herself? Is she going to go far to the right, and the Trump effect is going to be in full effect?
No, I mean, look, at the end of the day, President Trump got 66% of the vote here in Tennessee 18 months ago. Since then,
and remains very popular.
Very popular. Well, and then the results have helped, by the way.
Yeah.
The tax cuts, the fact that we've got more people needing, the unemployment rate is low, and everything from the foreign affairs. I think that's what we're going to be focusing on. Certainly, Brett Kavanaugh is going to be on the table in this election.
Sure.
And I don't know that the Governor Bredesen has answered that question where he's at on
the Supreme Court nominee. I think he said he was going to wait. Guys, let's listen in here to Phil Bredesen talking to his supporters. This is live on Facebook. Want to hear what he has to say as he begins the general election push for the United States Senate.
Thank you all, and Alfred, thank you so much, and Andrea, it's great to have you here with me. It's this is not someplace I ever thought I'd be again when I left the governor's office here on election night, being on the ballots, and it's a very good feeling. Back last October, when this possibility first came up, and Andrea and I started talking about it, it was a little bit of a tough decision. I mean, I'm at that point in life where if I'm successful at this, I mean, I'll spend a lot of the rest of my life getting on a plane and going to Washington and working on these things. It's got to be for something important. But I think when we talked about it, we found that there's still some unfinished business. I mean, I love my country. I believe in it. I believe in the notion of a deliberative process in Washington where you talk about things and argue about things, but then you decide, move forward. And somehow over the last 10, 15 years, we've lost that. We've just turned into a country where everybody stands on opposite sides of the room and shouts at each other. I'd like to be part of the fix for that, to start bringing us back together, to find some solutions, and to do some things together. Since this campaign began, I've been traveling all across the state and meeting with an awful lot of people. It's certainly not just Democrats. We meet with these huge groups of people when I go into different places, and what people want across the board, whether they're super conservative or super liberal or anywhere in between, they all say the same thing. Let's just move things. Let's get some things done. And that's very much the way I tried to operate as governor, and very much what I want to bring to Washington. Tennessee has been a place of...
All right, we just had a little snippet of that. Former Governor Phil Bredesen accepting the Democratic nomination as he heads into the fall.